All right. Ready to go to question 6?
Question 6.
Why are we not more attentive to the speed limits on base? I've had many times when I've been driving on NAS 1 and have seen a mom dropping off her kids, then shoot down the road, catching up to me, and tailgating. I travel at 20 kilometers per hour on NAS 1, and she catches up. Another dangerous place is NAS 2's high-rise parking lot. We are not filming the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. It's a parking lot, and a dark one at that. 5 miles per hour is more than enough. Compliance, not complacency. And I've seen security driving this way, too.
Okay, in answer to that, as our numbers increase, oh, that's a beer. Let me turn that off.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe I did that on live TV. So we're plussing up numbers here, which includes joint military and ITAF, sailors and dependents. And so with more people, we're going to have more traffic violations. So that said, patrolmen are actively engaged, and we're working with host nation to help enforce the posted speed limits. So we have patrolmen performing enforcement every day, written over 18 traffic violations in June alone. With regards to traffic safety, we also have peak traffic hours, additional patrolmen posted during high traffic to ensure the safety and well-being of the children here. In the event that you do see a traffic violator engaged in unsafe or reckless driving, contact security department at 624-5225. Get a license plate number and a description of one of our patrolmen, and they'll be happy to help you out. And as we have children dependents that work and live on our installation, safety is very important to us.
Yeah, please don't run over my kids. Thanks. I have another public service announcement here. If you are leaving the island or moving to a different island, say Hawaii, within the next 6 months, or if you're within that time for your PRD or EAOS, Fleet and Family Support Center has the Arrivederci class for you. It's a mandatory for all service members. It's only half a day from 08 to 11:30, and it's held on Fridays at FFSC twice a month. It really will give you a lot of insight on what to do next. We all have those questions, whether we're PCSing or whether we're finishing our Navy careers. FFSC is uniquely suited to answer those questions for you, to give the point of contact you need and the services that you will require at your next duty station or in your next step in life. Topics included in the class include selling your car. I'm looking to buy a car. Checking out of housing, arranging household goods, and more. Your spouse can also attend with you. I would encourage you both to go if that is possible to get all the information together. Please call FFSC at 624-4291 to sign up if you're interested. Thanks.
And when people do leave the island, sir, that opens up great opportunities for volunteering. And a few of the organizations on base that are constantly looking for volunteers are Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, American Red Cross, the Boys and Girls Scouts, parent-teacher organizations, Sigonella Animal Welfare Society. They all need volunteers. So please explore the options and find an organization that you can enjoy. Help them grow and make a difference while stationed here. And I know that for military, one of the advantages of volunteering is you keep track of your hours. You can actually qualify for the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal, which is just one way that you can kind of control one of those things that you get to put on your resume and your eval and things like that. So
let's face it, it's just us here. I mean, it's just us kids. So we all need to. I mean, I encourage you to jump in and lend a hand. Find what interests you and get involved. I promise it'll be a rewarding experience. I encourage you to do so. Thanks, Master Chief.
Over to me. Yes, the Sigonella Chiefs Mess. That's us. Is hosting the NAS Sig 3rd Annual Old School Party this night of 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Wow. Themed costume fun will be July 16th, 1930 to 0001 at Jock Sports Pub on NAS 2. It will be free burgers, dogs, contests for prizes and door prizes based on your ticket number. There will be a Marinized shuttle and gateway rooms available. For more information and tickets, talk to any NAS Sig Chief Petty Officer except me, because I'm admittedly clueless. But now you have the info.
But the good news is, both Master Chief and myself, we won't need to get costumes to come dressed up like guys from the 70s or 80s. It's pretty much what we've got.
Our guys from the 70s and 80s.
70s and 80s. It'll be nice. It'll be good. Thank you, Master Chief. The last public service announcement that I'm able to give tonight is being prepared for emergencies. The base recently went through a fairly huge drill for that. I've had a chance to meet Mr. Sommerville, a lot of the people that are dedicated to making sure that the base and all of our members of our community are prepared in the event of any kind of emergency, whether the volcano blows or something far more potentially, well...
It'd be hard to get worse than that.
Yeah, that would pretty much cover, right? Earthquakes, cats and dogs sleeping together. It could get bad, but there are people here that are focused on it, but we each of us have our own responsibility in that. The Red Cross recommends that you have a disaster kit ready at all times. That's a great recommendation. It needs to have 3 days supply of food and water, a first aid kit, flashlights, a radio, and of course if you have kids, maybe a DSI, just to help kill the time. I'm joking. That's not required, but in my family it would be helpful. You should think about it including some basic bedding, tools, toilet paper, soap, food, supplies for small children and pets. Being prepared is the key. Talking about it is the key. Whether it's wills or insurance or emergencies or disasters, there tends to be this feeling that if we talk about it, we're somehow going to make that more likely to happen, and nothing could be further from the truth. So you owe it to yourselves and your families to take the time to think through what you would do in the event of a real emergency, because the time to start thinking about it is, of course, not the time when it's actually time to execute your emergency plan. I think we're running short of time. I just want to wrap up, if I could, Chief, before your final words.
Absolutely, sir.
As I mentioned at the beginning, I was able to issue a 96-hour liberty for all the NAS Sigonella and all the 62995 personnel. I know many of my fellow skippers, the tenant commands, are authorizing 96-hour liberties as well. This is my chance to remind all of you to enjoy this time responsibly again. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. It's the 4th of July. Other than Thanksgiving, there's probably nothing else that is so purely American that we celebrate on an annual basis. And here we are in an American community in the heart of the Mediterranean on Italian soil, and we have a lot of folks that are dedicated to making sure we have a chance to enjoy that slice of Americana here. Boy, I'm going to bring him everywhere I go. I'll drink for free.
What am I up to now? I'm up to 5 now.
I'm going to have to take my shoes off to count how many beers, but not that you guys should have to play that game.
I was going to say beverage.
A beverage of my choice.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke's fantastic.
Root beer.
Root beer's
How about some coffee?
We're drinking coffee now. And I'll just read the quote that the fine PO came from me because it makes sense. Slow down and give yourself time to drive. Keep safety as a priority in everything from having fun at the beach to barbecuing at home, and never drink and drive, okay? It's just not worth it. There's so many events for us to enjoy this weekend. There's free movies for the kids. There's fireworks for the kids and the adults, or the kids and all of us. And again, as I said earlier in the show at the beginning, please let's not take this fantastic event and turn it into a personal or community tragedy, okay? It's just not worth it. None of it is worth it. I'll close really quickly because I know time is running out. You'll notice, of course, that Master Chief and I are not in what you would call professional military attire. It's kind of to send a signal. This is a holiday weekend, and we are in a holiday mode. However, we are not forgetting about our personal and professional responsibilities, regardless of the clothing we're wearing. I also want to take this moment to tell each of you that despite the amount of talking I did today, my first show, this is your show. This is a community show. This is your chance to have at any of us with any of your concerns and questions. I encourage you to take advantage of that. Tell your friends and families. I'm ready and willing to take the face shots if that's required to make sure that you have the best available information. I'm new here. I've got a week under my belt. I've got, I can't do the math, 3 years left to go. And I'm a part of this community, a proud member of the NAS Sigonella community. My family and I are going to be here. We will take advantage of every opportunity. And we want to lead from the front and do things right. I've told a lot of people I've met that I'm trainable. I think I'm trainable, but only if you guys, all of you, help train me to be the commanding officer that you need here at Sigonella. With that, I'll turn it over to the Chief if there's any final comments.
Just be sure and tune in next time on August 5th for Feedback Live.